Welcome everyone to Old Roommates. Today on the show, we revisit 2 music videos of one-hit wonders from 1982. Come On Eileen and Mickey. So take us by the heart, take us by the hand, and take a seat. Our revisit is about to begin.
Welcome everyone to Old Roommates, the only podcast that revisits pop culture through a middle-aged lens. This is Christina.
And this is Brian.
And we are revisiting these one-hit wonders and they are both from 1982. Did
yes.
you mention that in the...
Yeah.
I forget.
I did.
So, I know it was a long time ago, so I forget what you just said. My memory. Anyways, so we are going to... basically, for those of you who have not heard one of these episodes before with the videos, is we actually have watched 2 separate videos, and we are going to review them.
Yes.
And at the end of the episode, we will decide which one of them we will keep in our imaginary vault that we have created 5 years ago.
Yeah. And
which one will be destroyed, never to be heard or seen again.
Yes, it's our duty as pop culture podcasters. We are forming an imaginary, essentially time capsule of music videos. So when someone goes to discover it years and years from now, they'll get a real amazing curated glimpse of music videos. Christina, what's in that vault right now? Can you hum a few bars?
Oh, I'm so glad you asked. So we have quite a few. In fact, Brian has created a Spotify playlist called The Vault by Old Roommates.
Yes.
And it is now over 25 songs. Yeah. It's over 2 hours long. Yeah. And I will tell you, it is the best playlist to put on when you're doing something like cleaning your house or just putzing around the house. It's so fun. It's such a variety of songs. And just to name a few, we have Love is a Battlefield by Pat Benatar. We have Sledgehammer, Express Yourself, Hello by Lionel Richie. Let's see, White Wedding. Yeah. We have Pleasure Principle, I Want Your Sex.
Thank you. That's
my gosh, stop it.
And so as much as we were picking the video, it helps when the song is good too.
Yes. Yes, that usually goes hand in hand. But we also take consideration what we already have in the video sometimes.
Yeah, in the vault.
So the vault. So if we're looking at something and we love it, but then there's another video that's kind of similar. Yeah. We want to have, if someone's looking at these videos many, many years from now, we want to have a good picture, like you mentioned.
Like I said, a curated collection. Yes. We don't, listen, if you're new to this, we take pop culture very seriously.
As should
so
everyone.
Let's dive in. We're going to go all the way back to 1982, which is 42.
Jesus
oh my
Christ.
God.
42 years ago? Yikes.
I want to quickly say we'll start with Come On Eileen by Dexy's sMidnightRunners. Now someone might say, well, it didn't hit America till 83, but it was released in 82. But it was January 83 that America got its first.
Brian, I don't know if our listeners actually whine like that. It's a little insulting.
Well, no, but I think... what if you're a fan of Dexy's... my God. Dexy's sMidnightRunners. All right, so let's go.
So the first one we're talking about is Come On Eileen.
Come On Eileen.
What is your history with Come On Eileen, Brian?
Okay, so I was young and foolish. Oh man, I wasn't really crazy about this song. And the video, perhaps even less. I just didn't like, oh God, I have kind of a weird sidebar to this. Okay. There was a joke going around.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Do you know this joke?
Yes, Grease on Olivia Newton-John.
Yes.
Oh my God, Brian, I cannot believe you're even saying this joke. Because this was my joke. So... And not to interrupt you.
Oh, God, please. No, say the joke. Do it.
But we used to sing this. We used to go, when we used to go clubbing in the 80s clubs. So it was after 82. But it was, probably 10 years later, and they had 80s clubs.
Yeah.
And we would go, and the song would always come on,
yeah.
and every time it came on, I would lean over to whoever I was with. Yeah. I'd be like, hey. And I always felt like they would guess it, because we're listening to Come On Eileen. We're listening to the song. What's worse than Grease on Olivia Newton-John? And they'd say, huh? And I'd say, Come On Eileen. And they would bust out laughing. And it always shocked me that no one knew the punchline right ahead. I've never heard anybody else say that joke before. Brian.
Put it out. I feel like I heard that joke way back when, and I feel like I hear it every once in a while. I'm like,
it's so bizarre.
And anyone who listens to this podcast knows I loved Olivia Newton-John.
Yes.
I wrote to her. I'm not going to get into that story, but like, so when that disgusting joke surfaced, it made me dislike the song even more. I mean, the song is incredibly repetitive. Da na 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 na, and then when it changes and it's like, come on, I'm like, oh God, stop! It just feels like it never. Such an earworm.
It's a long.
And listen, I understand it was a huge, massive hit. It was the best-selling single in Britain's best-selling single of 1982. Hit number 1 in the Billboard charts in 83. But it played for no less than 4 months as a top hit in the States.
That's crazy.
Starting in January of 83. It finally hit number 1.
It was the joke
in
probably
April.
that kept it going.
But to me, it was to that thing. It's like either, earworms almost by design, like you love them and hate them. Mm-hmm. But with this one, I wasn't crazy about it. And let's be clear, like throughout my life, I tend to lean more towards the divas of the time.
Sure.
So, a bunch of guys singing about Eileen is not going to really do it for me. How about you? So
I felt similarly. I never really liked the song.
Why?
It was the same time. It was a little bit, very repetitive, but it was also like slow to me. Like it was just sort of like, I don't know, come on, Eileen. Like there was just not a lot to it to me. I will say when it came on in the clubs, everybody went crazy, and we all danced to it, and everybody, whatever, we're all drunk. So, I was never really a big fan. And I didn't have a recollection of the video, and after revisiting the video, I kind of understand why. So we can hop into now, if you like. When did you watch these videos?
So how I usually do the videos is I watch them a few times over the course of the week. Mm-hmm. So the last time I watched the video was yesterday.
Okay.
But I was watching it off and on. Both videos we're going to talk about today, but off and on since Wednesday.
Okay.
So it's almost a week of this, and my first thought is, when you just know somebody has body odor?
Yeah.
Well, I felt that way about every single person in this video. And I don't think that was to be the takeaway.
Yeah.
This crew, including the objects of their affection.
Women,
everyone looked like they needed
were they, and I remember this, and I apologize, were they barefoot?
Oh, I don't know. But honestly,
when I'm imagining it now, it feels like they're barefoot. So you get this, I don't know.
They're dressed in rags. They look really stinky, and they're falling. I'm like, is this ironweed? Like these
and they're
people
on the sides of the street. You get almost like a homeless vibe.
And he grabs her.
Yeah,
this is problematic. I didn't like it, and it's one thing to be what are they called? Buskers, in the streets playing instruments. Leave it at that. You don't have to then ingratiate yourself. Is that a word?
Right.
Ingratiate yourself into these poor women pushing a baby stroller, and he grabs her. He grabs her.
Yep.
Is that baby the child of someone else in the band? I don't know. It's unclear.
We don't know who these ladies are.
But they could be just truly disruptive homeless artists that are trying to get laid. That's how this felt to me.
That's exactly how I felt as well. My first note was, oh, my overalls. Every person in this video is in overalls. And I didn't understand what was going on there.
Yeah.
Did everybody need to wear them? I really didn't get it.
It was the early 80s, but and I feel
everybody?
Yeah, it was kind of weird. Yeah.
It was weird.
To me, it was my thing was it's hey, listen, armpit hair is a reality. Mm-hmm. I don't need a close-up of it, Mr. Cameraman. By the way, directed by Julian Temple, who did Earth Girls Are Easy.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But just icky. Icky. And the girls are icky too.
Well, and one thing I didn't remember is the very beginning when they have all that old footage and the...
Johnny Ray.
Johnny Ray. Now, is this... I was meant to look it up, but I never did. What's the deal with Johnny Ray?
Well, the lyrics are, poor old Johnny Ray, which, P.S., I had to put the subtitles on.
Yeah.
He moved a million hearts. Oh, sorry. Poor old Johnny Ray sounded sad upon the radio. He moved a million hearts in mono. Our mothers used to sing along. Who'd blame them? I don't understand the point.
Is this a real person?
It's pretty sure it's... Yeah, because I think it's archival
like
footage of this guy, Johnny Ray, and all these women were going crazy. Perhaps that is their dream for their band, to be admired by so many women the way Johnny Ray was.
Maybe. I don't know. It was a little bit strange. I didn't connect the rest of the video.
It just shifts gears. It doesn't... Yeah.
And it almost felt like it was going to be some sort of an homage to this man.
It is not.
He's never really mentioned again.
No.
And at some point he's with Eileen. So you're almost wondering...
Is that his dad? Was he a love child of Johnny Ray and his mom?
Right.
And Eileen's his mom?
So anyway, it was just kind of a question for me. So it was interesting. I had no recollection of that at all.
Yeah.
But it's only for 15 seconds, and then it goes on to the rest of the video.
It's so odd. It's odd.
Doesn't come back to it at all. Nothing. So then my second note was...
Let's hear it.
What is with the sexual assault? And it's like what you were saying.
Yeah.
These people are playing on the corner.
Yep.
Singing the song. Two women walk by with... One has a baby stroller.
Yep.
And they literally, grab them. Grab them with two hands.
Yep.
And she's clearly upset about that. And she rips away from him.
Yep.
And they kind of run, right?
Yep.
They sort of run away. What?
But... As we know from any 1980s creation, that is the perfect way to get to win someone over.
Well, it definitely worked when I was in high school.
Is to just grab them anyway.
It helps if you're playing a really boring song in the background too.
is to ignore the fact that they're not interested and just grab them anyway. Mm-hmm. And that will make them fall in love with you.
Yes.
I mean, words to live by.
Yes.
Speaking of words... You in that dress, oh, my thoughts I confess, verge undirty. She's not wearing a dress, right?
She's wearing overalls. Everybody's wearing overalls. They could have at least put her in a dress.
Yeah, or change the lyrics. You in those overalls. Oh, come on, let's take off everything. That pretty red dress.
Again, put her in a dress.
Yeah. There's not even a flashback where she's in a red dress.
No.
I don't understand.
I don't understand either. Again, I was obsessed about the overalls. I said, I'm not understanding the overalls and the bandanas. They all had bandanas around their necks as well.
Yes, and the other thing the lead singer does, I don't know if they're wearing underwear, but he at one point truly puts his hands down the back of his overalls.
Ew.
When he's singing, and I'm like, ew. Ew.
Ew.
I don't know if he's scratching his butt or is what he's doing back there.
Did anybody... Okay, first of all, did they realize they were being recorded? Secondly, did anybody watch this video and edit it? It seems like the kid on the side of the street is like, hey, I have a camera, let's video
this feels very one-takey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it one of those things, I wonder if the song, they didn't expect it to be a hit?
Interesting.
I wonder. And then they were like, oh my God, this is a great hit. We need a video.
Yeah, let's just have a sing on the street corner.
Maybe.
Before the cops show up.
It'd be interesting to find out.
And then that lyric, oh, how you've grown. No. I don't want to hear that business. And I just wrote twice, leave them alone.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Leave the girls alone.
And then I actually wrote, are they stalking her? Because at one point they're sort of following them, and then at the end they start chasing them, or her at least. I think was she with a friend at the end? I forget, but she didn't seem like she was enjoying their company at all in this whole entire thing. There's one scene where she's with the guy, and they're kind of hugging and kissing or whatever. But even that isn't very. And then she walks away. Yeah. So I don't know. None of it felt nice.
No. God forbid this woman wants someone who bathes.
Right?
God forbid she wants someone who maybe has a job.
And it looked like she didn't even have a top underneath those overalls.
I don't know if any of them were in underwear.
It was black and white, right?
No, some of it was black and white. Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm like, is she wearing something underneath that? Overalls are not the time to
She
go
kind of
braless.
gave me a little bit Madonna vibes from
I could see
Get
that.
Into the Groove.
Yep.
But, as they say, Earth girls are easy. Right? I mean, like, really, like, it was like, I was thinking, like, how is this working on them, this behavior?
It's very strange.
Those are all my notes, Christina. I mean, this is a 3.5-minute video. I'm not surprised. But...
Yes, the only other thing I said, somehow this video has made the song even more boring. Because, again, it seemed to go on and on and on. Nothing changed.
Nothing.
It was the same
scenes.
It was...
After the Johnny Ray stuff, nothing changed.
Right, exactly. First 15 seconds. And I was actually kind of hopeful when I saw it. I'm like, oh, I don't remember this. Oh, maybe there's something to it. And no.
What if it was even, if they're going to do that, like, why not just stand under, like, a balcony? Make it almost Romeo and Juliet-ish. Because it's like, come on, Eileen. Like, it's like, just please consider us. Give us a chance. Not, I'm going to grab you in the street and make you love me. That's not right.
Talk about date rape-ish.
It's not good. Not good.
Come on, Eileen. I'm so hard. And my balls are blue.
Christina!
That is what they're really trying to say.
That'd be more entertaining if it was animated and you see this guy with blue balls.
And it is Come on, Eileen.
It is. We've addressed this.
Yes, we have. So
I bet you're gonna edit that part out.
What part?
It is filthy, Christina.
I'm not editing anything out.
All right. Our next video from 1982 is Mickey by Toni Basil.
Yes.
Released January 3rd, 1982. Fun fact about this, Toni Basil directed it, produced it, and no surprise, choreographed it. Choreographed it.
What were we just watching? What movie? And she was the choreographer in it.
Oh, probably. I'm gonna guess First Wives Club because she didn't she do a lot of work with Bette Midler?
Yes, I think it was.
I think it was that.
And I was shocked. Toni Basil, and I had to look it up. And I'm like, oh my god, I think it's the same girl.
I apologize if I'm wrong, but
yeah, I think it was. Anyways.
So Christina, tell us about your history with Mickey.
Mickey was one of my all-time favorite songs.
Oh my god!
I still love it when it comes on. I still listen to it. I remember watching the video and being somewhat obsessed with the video.
Yeah.
I thought it was so unique and fun.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, there was just something about it. I just really, really loved this song and video.
Did you love the song and video?
Not really. What about you, Brian?
Oh my god, we're slap happy today.
Oh, we really are.
I loved the song. I really did, and I love the video.
Oh my god.
It reminded me so much. So way back when, one of my friends had a crush on my cousin. Her name is Michelle, and my cousin's name is Robbie. You know
yes.
Robbie. He's no longer with us, but Robbie and his last name began with an R, and so that song, the Joan Jett song, "I Love Rock and Roll," she would sing, "I love Robbie Ribeiro," and it was so funny, and I knew other girls that would do this too. They would sort of switch up a song, like almost make it like a pun,
of course,
about guys they have crushes on,
or about myself, like that song "Athena" by the Who.
No.
Athena, I had no idea how much I need you. I used to sing Christina.
Oh my God, Christina! About yourself,
or even I used to do that all the time with myself. Anyway, I guess I have a crush on
myself. So I will say I really love the song, and I think it was just like that fun. That is what you do. And by the way, it's interesting though. It's really not her song. It is actually a cover, and she switched the name from. It was a song by a band called Racy. It was the band, and it was called Kitty. Oh, Kitty, you're so fine. It was about a girl, and she took it. Or someone took it and changed it to Mickey.
Never heard this in all my years.
I didn't know that either. I found this out in my research. But I just thought, it was a fun video. And that it's almost iconically remembered in my mind. Like, if someone says, the video for Mickey, you know it.
Right, you know it. You remember the outfits. You remember, exactly. You remember all the words of the song.
Yeah. So when did you rewatch the video?
I rewatched it yesterday.
Okay.
Very excited to rewatch it.
Okay.
And I turned it on. And, of course, the song starts. And you start bouncing, right?
Yeah.
And I got to tell you, I was a little bit disappointed.
Okay, why?
Because I'm watching it, and I kind of remember the cheering to be a lot more cheerleading.
Complex. Oh, no? Okay.
Yeah,
whoops.
like, well,
sorry, I'm filling in your
complex.
blanks with my
No,
own
I get
notes,
it.
yeah.
I get it. It's similar. Yeah, it was like, you're right. The moves were very simple, and I was looking at it, and I'm like, are they even cheerleaders? Like, are these her friends in her neighborhood? She's like, come be in my video. They didn't seem to be actual cheerleaders to me. I felt like it was very simple. They weren't super together. And not that I've seen I was never a cheerleader myself. And not that I've ever really seen a lot of cheerleading per se. But my memory of it is that it was just this wicked cool formations and jumps and things like that. And watching it now, it's actually not that great.
So this is interesting. I felt that they were cheerleaders, maybe older cheerleaders that were revisiting this. And I did not Google that part. But my thing was, and oh my God, here we go. So,
Oops.
Christina!
I'm sorry, I don't know how to shut that off.
You're kidding.
No, that particular thing, it's Be Real, if anybody's interested.
Oh.
The volume is down already.
So are you going to do it while I'm talking?
No, I'm not doing it.
Oh.
I just don't even really do it.
Oh, but it's great.
Let me make sure all the rest of the volume
Well,
is
it's
down.
ruining our episode, so whatever.
Yeah, the volume is already done. I don't know how to change it.
So bizarre. So here's my thought is that, like, the cheerleading, I think that in this day and age, and it's to the detriment of the video, and I hear myself saying this, but because cheerleading now, I have seen some cheerleading in my day and some recent stuff, and even on Netflix with that show Cheer. The cheerleaders do death-defying stunts.
Yes.
And they're so muscular and so flexible.
They're actual
cheerleaders
athletes,
are absolutely athletes. They're in great shape and all this kind of stuff. And I'm very clear what I'm saying. I'm not saying these women and Mickey are not in great shape. What I am saying is, because the idea of cheerleading has evolved so much that if you're watching this video through a current modern lens, which is our job,
what we're doing,
right, it has not really aged well. As a piece of nostalgia, I thought it was great, and I do think the timing was okay. I was watching, and I thought the spacing between them was great. I thought they all did those splits.
Yeah,
they all did.
They did.
What I thought was interesting is I kind of was waiting for Toni Basil to give herself some meatier moves to do. And it never happened.
That never happened, exactly.
I thought what she did really well at was the goofiness. The goofy eyes, the goofy facial expressions, like that.
She's very animated.
Yes. And she's very obsessed. And my only other critique would really be is that I kind of wish it was a little more doe-eyed at times, a little more like she has a crush. She looks almost obsessed with this guy.
She does. That's
true.
And
if it was almost like Dexy's, almost like On Eileen, like where it's like there's a little more something from the heart, where because some of the lyrics are like she's like, you take me by the heart when you take me by the hand and all that business. But it's like I don't feel this lovelorn cheerleader. I feel a psycho in the making.
Yes.
She's gonna be ripping his clothes up on the lawn if he says the wrong thing to her. And I think that's her facial expressions.
What was her name? Patty Simcox from Grease.
That's a really good reference. By the way, Toni Basil is wearing her actual cheerleading outfit. She went to Las Vegas High School. How amazing is that?
So she wrote this song so she could make a video, so she could be in her cheerleading outfit from years ago.
I want to be clear. I don't think it is a cover.
Oh, whatever it is.
Yeah, but she did. You're right. She did direct it. She produced it. She choreographed it.
I liked the energy.
Oh,
I did like the energy. The energy matched the energy of the song.
Yeah.
We find a lot of that doesn't happen when we revisit some of these videos. Yeah. It's an upbeat song and very kind of mellow video or the other way around. This was like the energy matched it. This is when I'm listening to the song on the radio, That's is the kind of video I want.
Absolutely.
The energy.
I think you're thinking of, we talked about that with Vacation from the Go-Go's, where it's like Vacation's such a fun song. The video couldn't be more of a snooze.
Right.
Yeah.
That's right. I think maybe one of the Mariah Carey videos too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, there was something that was like, what? This is supposed to be
this is not the song, or this is not the video.
And I did say it was pretty one note throughout the whole thing. It's just the cheerleading, but it's also very memorable.
1000%. There are no real surprises here. It is one, like essentially one thing over and different moves. They're doing their pyramids and stuff like that, but it's so fun. I wasn't bored. The song's super repetitive as well, as repetitive as Come On Eileen, but this just works better.
Yeah, they keep you entertained. You feel like they put some effort in to entertain you.
Can you imagine, like, so if, like, you had, like, this sort of guy disposition from Come On Eileen for Mickey? I just realized that they're both names, by the way. Eileen and Mickey. Oh my gosh, we did not plan that. And the songs are kind of similar. It's like, come on, Eileen, come on, like, let me love you. I'm crazy about you. An obsession. Mickey is the same thing. Come on, Mickey, I'm crazy about you.
Guys, we are not this good.
We didn't do this on purpose.
But it absolutely works.
We didn't do it on purpose.
You know what we wanted to do? We said, let's do one-hit wonders.
But that's right. But if you put this through that lens, you would see these girls, these cheerleaders, going after one cute guy walking down the street. And that would be degrading, as offensive as it is to watch Dexy's sMidnightRunners doing it to the girl on the sidewalk. Yeah. So it's like, this is what I mean. It could have been a very different video. It's probably not a spoiler, but I really liked watching this video, even though I think if you're a current cheerleader, you might be like, this is small potatoes, but it's fun. It's really fun. Yeah,
I liked it too. But yes, it was just a surprise to me because my memory of it was very different.
Oh.
As far as the cheerleading.
I see. That's so funny. I was actually impressed. I was so impressed.
I mean, it's just,
because it wasn't just like all jump. It wasn't them just jumping around. Like, there was some synchronicity, where they're all doing exactly the same time.
Yeah, that makes sense.
All right, sure. I think I invented 3 words today.
This. They're in sync.
They're in sync. But Christina, this song did not come without a little bit of controversy.
Well, let's hear it then.
And talk about your effing
Who was Mickey married to?
Double standards.
Oh boy.
Because I'm stupid, I did not write down the magazine. I would guess Rolling Stone back then, but when the song came out, someone in a music review ripped the song apart.
Oh my gosh.
And I think this is such a double standard. It's like, yes, ladies and gentlemen, we have entered peak radio where a woman is singing about anal sex on the top 10 list.
What lyric is that?
Here's the lyric. So come on and give it to me any way you can, any way you want to. I'll take it like a man.
Interesting.
I am gobsmacked at the double standard.
Yes.
Give me a break. I predict this was not the most raunchy thing on radio in 1982.
Honestly, take it like a man. That was kind of just an expression.
P.S. Dexy's sMidnightRunners says, take off the dress.
Yeah.
Let's take off everything.
And they're physically assaulting people.
And they're standing in the street. You want to take her dress off in the middle of the sidewalk? Come on.
That's crazy. What was that secret commercial?
Oh my God, I said, come on. What was the what?
The secret commercial. It was like
strong enough for a man,
but made for a woman. It was kind of a thing, I feel like.
But it doesn't make it right.
But it doesn't make it right. No, you're right.
And I don't think you should be going after... Don't go after Mickey. I mean, that's like bubblegum pop. Come on.
I'm not sure she meant...
She did not mean that. She actually said the word, the vulgarity of it all, because she said butt blanking. She's like, give me a break. The song is not about butt blanking. Blah, 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 blah. Like, and she went right back after him. Good for Toni. But come on. I'm so annoyed.
Come on.
I just get so annoyed. It's like, let women sing about whatever the hell they want to, and doing whatever the hell they want to.
What would have been perfect is if the writer of that article was named Eileen. It's like, come on,
No,
Eileen.
it was a man. It was a man that wrote it, of course.
Whatever, yeah.
Okay,
so,
Christina,
here's
the big
surprise,
decision. Yeah.
Big decision. Which of these videos are we plopping in that vault, adding to the Spotify playlist, and which one will we be destroying?
Well, it's no surprise. I mean, we can count to 3, but I think we both know where this is going.
Who we're keeping, yep.
1, 2, 3.
Mickey! Is it Mickey or Hey Mickey?
It's just Mickey.
Right?
I thought it was Oh Mickey.
Oh, interesting.
Mickey, because it's Mickey.
If you put me on the spot right now and said, what's the name of the song?
You would say
I probably would say Hey Mickey.
Yeah, because there's Oh Mickey, You're So Fine, and then Hey Mickey, Hey Mickey, Hey Mickey, Oh Mickey.
Hey,
yeah.
Mickey,
but it's just called Mickey.
It's guys like
So Mickey will join the vault and the playlist.
I love it.
Oh my gosh. And that was 1982.
1982's One Hit Wonders.
And that's it for us and for this episode of Old Roommates.
Thank you for listening. Please remember to follow us on Instagram or YouTube, where we have our episodes as well as a little extra.
And if you have any questions about our show, any suggestions for movies we could revisit, reach out to us at oldroommatespod@gmail.com.
Thanks again for listening.
This is Brian.
And this is Christina. Until next time.